Okay, how's it going, everybody? RazingHel here today, and I'm back again with another episode of our Civilization 4 Warlords Rise of Rome scenario playthrough. That's quite a mouthful, but we recently declared war on Carthage, and I'm moving my units into position here. So we're going to gather all available units and move them onto this hill right there, next to the city of Alaria. Okay. Grab trebuchets, get them on board, and our catapults as well. Be it useless if they are. You'll see about that. Skip turn for that unit, and we have an available worker here. Not going to try to get too bogged down in talking about like building up workers, worker improvements and whatnot, but moving them there. I'm going to replace that pasture. I mentioned the pasture before. That's on a tile it doesn't belong on. I'm going to be replacing it with probably a mine. So advance the next turn. We're one turn in, one turn after declaring war on Carthage, and they're already Hannibal is already sending his trireme and his galley at me. But we have quite a stack right here. The question is, how many do I want to leave to protect my galleys? I think 2. I'm going to split this stack in half. 2 of my triremes are going to go out. These are the ones with the promotions. Both of them have promotions. Okay. 3 of my galleys have, my triremes have promotions, but we're going to grab these 2 and get them moving over here towards Hannibal to intercept his. Most likely Hannibal will attack me first, but it could go the other way. I'm going to be building a mine on this tile. And what do we do? I think first we need to bombard defenses down, obviously. This catapult has the bombard promotion, so it should be first in line. Reduce defenses to 30. I don't have these trebuchets promoted, but I'm just going to be giving them the city promotion. Down to 20, down to 10, and down to 0. We don't have our El Cid trebuchet, but 94% odds. I'm going to take that. Yeah, and that's it. We captured our first city from Hannibal already. Yeah, the rest of these units are just going to skip a turn. We have quite a few catapults over here. I might end up using my catapults to defend some cities. I can't exactly say at this point, but it's an interesting idea. So then we'll be moving on to the next city of Olbia. I imagine that's how I'm pronouncing it anyway. Just going to maneuver these ships a little bit into a better position here. Olbia is actually on an island that has another city of Hannibal's on it. The interesting thing about these 2 cities here that I'm going to, well, the one I just captured and the one I'm going to be capturing next is the fact they actually have my state religion in them. So there's no need to spread my religion around for additional happiness. I should do that though in the Greek cities that I captured. That will make them a lot happier. For example, if we look at this, we're not getting any bonus from the religion, the Greek mythology religion in that city. So building a mine here, I should definitely spread it over there. We have another trireme here. I'm going to be just moving him out here. I always have the ability to hide him in, or hide him. It's a trireme. Hide it. And I'm going to be turning on the resources as well. I don't turn on yields, but I do turn on resources. But getting back to the trireme, hiding it in a city in case Hannibal comes over with more units than one trireme can handle. Not good odds there. Promote for city attack and bombard. That only moved it down 15%. Do the Celts have a unique wall or something I'm not aware of? Buildings, walls, new. Okay, we want to look at civilizations. What are the Celts looking like? We have the Celtic Empire right here. They do have a unique building. It is called the Down. It replaces the walls. No, apparently it's nothing special. It just gives free Guerrilla 1 promotion to units in this city. It just seemed to me that bombarding these defenses went down a little bit slower than usual. We were going down by 10% per bombard with Carthage. Now it's going down by 5% per bombard. I'm not exactly sure what is the deal with that. We have an archer, a spearman, a Gallic warrior, and a warrior in this city. I think we can take it. Got 4 Praetorians here. I want to pillage his roads, though. Not kind of unsure about that at the moment. We're going to be building what? Well, no. I just noticed we have Roman mythos in this city. So, you know what? All this time I made us think about culture before. We're going to be building a courthouse there. All this time before I made us think about culture in the Greek cities. And guess what? My civilization, my leader is cultured. I get a free +2 culture per city regardless. So a bit of wasted potential there. I just sort of realized that. But it's one of those things that happens. Oh, okay. Did we just finish the trireme? We finished a Praetorian and a Trebuchet. Well, I am going to be sailing my triremes over here into the coast. Don't sail into the ocean, sail them into the coast, because the coast has a 10% defensive bonus. And I can see Hannibal is moving around here. It's a good thing I'm building that next trireme. I'm just going to sleep this trireme in the city for the time being. Maybe I don't want to put the trireme in that city. I might want to get closer to the fish resources. Oh, are there fishing boats there? Yes, there are fishing boats there. Build a mine on this tile, and we have our next Praetorian. We actually might be pulling guard duty in one of our newly acquired cities. Also a Trebuchet, but we're going to be moving that into combat as well. For now, this Trebuchet is going to stay here, guard that city as well as heal up, and then when the unit is healed, we're going to be moving right along over to the Olbia city. I guess it is called Olbia. Olbia. If I'm not that good at Italian or ancient Roman or whatever. I do know a little bit of Spanish, and Spanish is somewhat similar to Italian, but still. Down to 5% and 0% on Bagacum, or something even less tolerable. Let me produce a Trebuchet. I want another trireme. Build a trireme there. I constructed a Praetorian here. This city is happy at the moment, so we're just going to continue along that trend and do another Praetorian. I've constructed a Colosseum in Delphi. Now this city is more than happy, and we're growing in 2 turns, so that was right on time. We could build a Greek temple here, but we would actually prefer to focus on our own religion. Thank you very much. Looking at science, nothing special, nothing to write home here about, so I think this is probably going to be another one of those cities that just builds units. I'm thinking of a trireme here. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the experience for building this one because it doesn't have my religion in it, so maybe we should hold off on building military units until we actually can spread Roman mythos into the city. In that case, I might want to build something like another worker. That is a I really don't know where to go with this. It's like galleys. Let's build galleys here. And I'm going as soon as what other city recently finished? This one finished a Praetorian. Are we unhappy? No. Where's an unhappy city? This city is unhappy. Courthouse in winter. We're going to be building a temple in that city, so that way we can start building Roman missionaries. And with the Roman missionaries, we're going to be spreading our religion to newly captured cities, so that way they will enjoy the happiness bonus, because obviously any city that has your state religion in it, oops, that's not the right advisor. Any city with your state religion in it gets +1 happiness, as well as 2 experience points because of my theocracy civic. So that's the plan. Have we completed another trebuchet? No, we're just going to sail this trireme over to the boot heel of Italy there. What are our odds? Tell me. 99.4. If you kill me on this, I'm reloading. I won. Okay. We have a spearman left. What are the odds? 99.4. And I was not done. Wake all of these Praetorians up. Split them up. And we have 1 promotion incoming. What are our odds? I think we're just going to promote for strength. 97.8. I won that. And 99.9. We win. Yeah. As you can see, there are more cities around here that are founded by Brennus. Is his name Brennus? I guess I'm going to call him Brennus. Yeah, the Celt dude. He has more cities. We actually might go on a bigger conquest because of this, because he is just getting started. You know, he has not really had time to build up his economy yet. He started out with only settlers, if I'm remembering correctly, unlike a lot of the other civilizations here, actually started out with built up cities. So we might actually want to strike him now. Now we have the advantage here against Carthage, but he only has a galley there, and anything he dumps on my shores, I think I can handle. So these two galleys, these two triremes are going to skip their turn. We might attack him. Like, see, the problem is right now he's in the ocean. That would be the time to attack, but the problem is I don't have enough units to lose two. I don't think anyway. 1, 2. No, I don't. There's not enough movement points to get there. So what I'm going to do here, we're actually going to sail this galley one forward. What's in here? We have a trebuchet, a horse archer. The horse archer could be a bit of a threat, but nah. If I get 2 Praetorians on this tile, they're not going to attack. And we're going to give strength promotion. And we're going to capture that worker. Just like that. So that worker can work for me now. And then we're also going to bring one more galley. This one. Move it 1 tile ahead. And get this Praetorian onto that tile as well. The rest of these units can actually go next to Olbia. And we're going to begin the siege on that city. So grab all catapults, grab all trebuchets, and get them onto there. And then we can start moving these galleys back. I think we're going to resupply, essentially. I'm going to split up the triremes here. One will guard that stack. Oh, I'll just move them all back into 1 stack and wait until next turn to actually start moving them back. That will keep them protected. Carthage does not have much of a military, but there's no sense in risking any of my units unnecessarily. Okay, we have finished a mine here next to the toe of Italy. Maintenance is pretty decent. We're losing 12 gold per turn now, though. A lot of that has to do with all the additional units I have in foreign territory, I believe, though, and we're unhappy. Now, in this city, as I pointed out before, I am going to be building a temple next that's going to deal with our unhappiness. So, Roman temple, 10 turns. And as you can see, we have both mines completed. So this is about as productive as this city is going to get unless, and this is a big unless we move this tile right here away from our city of Taranto and onto Colomnia. So how do we do that? Well, you simply enter the city you want to steal a tile for, and you click on that tile. There. Now it's available. They don't want to focus on it right now at the moment, but I'm thinking it is 1 food. We could actually stagnate growth here by deselecting that and selecting that tile instead. It's going to increase, knock down our turn time to complete the Roman temple by 2 turns. And once we get our workers over there, we're going to rush this forest. Forget building the mine. I think we're going to cancel the mine. And we're going to rush the forest, rush chop it, to build the temple from that tile. Oh, I might be wrong. Rushing the forest from that tile might actually hurry the production in the city it's adjacent to. But that would be okay. We'll just build the mine there instead. We'll check that next turn. I've constructed another trireme here, and wow, I am always at a loss for what I should build next. I think trebuchets. What would I like to build in the city I recently conquered? A courthouse, naturally. It is a fair distance away from my capital, and that maintenance is going to eat me alive. What are we spending most of our stuff on? Yeah, unit supply, that's 10 gold right there. That's for units away in enemy territory, or basically any land that's not yours. I mean, it says the amount of money spent on units in enemy territory, but that's not quite accurate because any unit that you actually have that's not inside your own cultural borders is going to apply to this number. Even if they're like scouts or workers, it'd still apply. So maybe actually investing a little bit more in courthouses, because apparently city maintenance is going up a bit. I know inflation increases as the game goes along, but city maintenance usually only goes up according to the number of population you actually have in your city. Oh, we're being surrounded on both sides by triremes. I think I'm going to pull my horns in here and run like a bit of a coward to meet this other trireme. And then of course, you have this trireme right here, which I'll be moving towards my other group of triremes. So I mentioned something about chopping, and this will actually, yes. So I was not sure about this, but when you have a certain city working a certain tile, and then you chop the forest on that tile, the production you get from chopping that forest down will apply to the city that's working that tile. So even though the city of Taranto is actually closer in proximity to this tile, since Qualumnia is actually working it right now, they're going to be getting the production if we chop this forest down. We can chop it down to 3 turns. So let's do that. I think building the mine was in 5 turns or something, so we're still going to save a bit of time. And it will remember the amount of time we spent on that tile building the mine. It's not like we're going to lose any of that. Here we have a Praetorian that I recently built, as well as a Trebuchet. They're just going to wait there until we get our galleys back over here. And then I'm going to send this Trireme to meet up with my other 2, so now I have a stack of 3 there, which is pretty decent. Okay, so I'm going to be naming this one Silver City, so everybody knows what it is. S-I-L-V-E-R-C-I-T-Y. I don't care about the historical accuracy of it, since that this is not the Celtic city anymore. Let's get at least one of our Praetorians out of there. Oh, we're being invaded! Help! He's sending a Gallic warrior and a warrior through right there. And we're actually being invaded by chariots from barbarians. How did things go so wrong? Well, we have pretty good odds against them, so that's good. We're gonna have to deal with the Gallic warriors, though. Or Gallic, I believe, not Gallic. Gallic warriors. We have a Praetorian here. Gallic versus Praetorian should be no contest. What are the odds? 57 versus 7. Yes, but that's because the Gallic warrior is standing on a hill plus the 25% tile defense. So if we defend our hills, we should have no problem beating them. So grab a couple of these catapults. I think I have them all promoted for collateral damage. I might actually want to promote this one for strength. And I should have taken the road. Okay, we'll do that later. We'll do that after we're finished with this. This Praetorian can fortify. This Praetorian get back on the hill. This Praetorian heal. And then we're going to go with... see, the thing about Celts is they're not going to have mounted units, I don't think. I mean, they have horses here, but their special units are melee units. So promoting for melee units could be good, but promoting for combat strength would help us against things such as siege equipment that we face and archers. So I think we're going to go combat too. What I should have actually done is chosen the medic promotion. Do not underestimate the value of a medic promotion. Yeah. Why is this? Okay, that unit already moved to start. So we're going to move all these units into this city, and we're going to heal them there. I wonder how many turns that is, out of curiosity. It's going to be 2 turns. That's acceptable. It's going to be 4 turns before, so we save 1 turn, maybe. So we're going to have to run back, and then 4th again, yeah. Might have saved a turn, but 4 turns, that's pretty long. Didn't really want to do that. I'm not exactly sure there's a reason to keep that worker. Trebuchet and an archer. Let's start bombarding. 15%. Out of curiosity, bombard with this Trebuchet down 10. That's only moving it down 5% of the time. I'm not exactly sure. This city, the city of Valeria, must not have had walls. That must have been the answer. But this city doesn't have walls either, and it's still going down by 5%. I could have sworn it was going down by 10%, but I guess it wasn't. Okay, 5% and 0%. We'll attack on the next turn. Everybody else, simply skip turn. And you galleys and triremes, you're going to be heading back to Rome to pick up some more units. Just like that. And it also cut down a little bit on our unit supply cost. Our supply cost is down to 4. It used to be at 10, I think. And I think that also had to do with our moving these units into Silver City. So I mentioned getting at least this Praetorian over here to help deal with the problem of this raging Gallic warrior. It's going to take 3 turns. He's going to be moving just as fast as I. I might actually want to take this archer and put it on top of that hill. We'll see if he moves towards. I don't want him pillaging my iron mine, so I might have to sacrifice 1 turn of popularity in that city. Because if I move units out of the cities, they become happy if they don't have military units stationed in them. I think we're on our 2 catapults. We're going to use 2 catapults. 2 catapults and a Praetorian should be capable of dealing with that. And Why is Boz... No, we're just going to rename the city something else, I think. That way everybody knows what I'm talking about. We're going to be renaming this Heroic Epic. Heroicepic. Because I'm building a Heroic Epic here. This will also make it easier for me to remember. Why are we unhappy? Just too crowded. What are we going to do about that? We're going to be getting the silver pretty soon. Like, as soon as our cultural border or the city finishes its resistance, we can start building a road over there to actually gain access to the silver. We have 3 workers. I should move this new worker that I captured. Should have moved him in the trebuchet, in the galley over here to the mainland Rome. What are my other workers doing? Those 2 are chopping that forest down, which is fine. No one's building a mine. I think all of them are going to be sent over here to get access to that silver as quickly as possible. That was the whole reason we declared war in the first place. We do have a chariot coming in from a barbarian. Farthest he can go is on top of this mountain. Even though he's 2 movement points, mountains cost 2 movement points to enter, so that's not going to be a problem. I think everything looks good aside from that. Next turn, we did though. My Praetorian was defeated by a barbarian Meier. How did that happen? How has it come to this? Why? The barbarian warriors are going to pillage my lands. I should have had an additional Praetorian over here. Oh. Well, it's only a warrior. We can deal with it with the archer. But yeah, the Heroic Epic City, it's not very happy. We demand military protection. We fear for our safety. We demand military protection. Right, so 5 turns for a Praetorian. We could do an archer in 2 turns. Let's do that. 1 turn, yes! We can get an archer in 1 turn. We're doing that. 27, yes. Just barely. That's like 2 hammer overflow. That's a brilliant strategy right there, if I must say so myself. We got our first galley. Why am I getting experience? That doesn't make any sense. The city doesn't have Roman mythos in it. Why am I getting experience here? The Colosseum, the courthouse, the Oracle? No, none of these give experience. I'm confused. Do we have vassalage or something? Oh, yes, we do. We have vassalage, so new units receive +2 additional experience points. This is in addition to theocracies. So if we had our religion in the city, we'd be getting 4 experience points, which is 1 shy of a 2nd promotion for a standard leader. Well, that's just fine then, in a way. This city will be perfect for building galleys and whatnot, because galleys are not going to ever be engaging in combat, so there's not going to be a situation where I'd actually be better off having that extra 2 experience. It's never really going to come into play. Chop this forest in 1 turn. That's going to give us +20. I want to see this happen myself. Don't jerk away. Yep. It reduces it to 4 turns for the Roman temple. And unfortunately, of course, we lost 1 hammer per turn on that tile until we build the mine. Here we have another trireme. I'm going to be moving them to join the stack there. And then we're going to most likely be launching an offensive next turn against Hannibal's occupation of my water area here. What do I want to focus on here? I was originally going to bring more units over, but given the fact that I actually had to move the units away that I was going to bring over, there's really not a whole lot of point to these units being here at the moment. I'm just going to tell them to go to sleep. We're going to need more Praetorians. This is because we're going to be using Praetorians to defend our cities. And every time we capture another city, we're going to have to leave a Praetorian or 2 behind to defend it. So we definitely need to focus on building more Praetorians. And I am going to be moving this archer up there to defend the iron mine. Fortunately, at this level of population, they actually are fearing for their safety yet, but we have enough popularity to cover it, enough happiness, I guess it's called. Now, the trebuchet here has finished healing. And as soon as we get another Praetorian to move into that city, that's what we're going to be doing with our galleys. 2 turns to heal these units. We're going to give my other trebuchet a 25% city attack promotion. And everybody else can simply fortify and heal. I kind of am interested in taking or raising more of Brennus's cities, because that will make him less of a threat in the long run. So we're going to take a peek up here to see what's on that, or what's in that city. We said we're going to take this city next. What do our odds look like with our best trebuchet? 87. We won. And it damaged the archer a little bit. So how are we looking? 98.8 with this Praetorian. Let's do it. We win. We captured Olbia. Okay, so the rest of you units skip a turn. I actually might want to transport this worker back right now. So split. Okay, wait. Bring all of you guys over here. In one turn, we can get the worker. So yeah, skip you. Skip your turn. Skip Capult's turn. And worker can go into Olbia until next turn when we're going to be moving it onto the galley to move back to mainland Rome. So I built a trireme in Neapolis, and we're going to be focusing on a Praetorian next. As I mentioned, Praetorians are going to be the focus from here on out. I actually might want to build a Praetorian. Oh, Delphi is unhappy. Why are you unhappy? We yearn to join our motherland. So they just grew in population is essentially what happened. And 8 of 8 food. That'd be 6 of 6. What would we look at this? That, I think, would starve 2 units of population. So we're going to go there. 6 of 8. That will starve off 1 population, which is a good thing. And then we'll be stagnant. And we're also going to be growing the cottage right there that I just refocused on. So that's a good layout. We're building courthouses. And one of the great things about the current leader that I have is he gets like a plus 50% production bonus when building courthouses. I think we said we're going to build a galley in here, but a forge will give us an additional +1 happiness from silver. So when we get access to silver, we'd really be able to grow the city a lot larger. And since I don't have my religion in here anyway, I think it actually might be better to focus on economy. It's a tough one every single time. I'm going to go with the forge because these cities are going to be more unhappy than my regular cities because they have we yearn to join our motherland, at least for a little while longer. Like right now, it's 31% Roman culture. We are, gaining culture at +2 per turn, which is, I think, better than Greece. What did Greece have? They don't tell you what their traits are on the leaders themselves. So, yeah, he does not have the promotion or he does not have the trait for being creative. So he doesn't get the additional culture bonus. So we should be able to overwhelm his native culture in these cities at a relatively good clip. This city has a statue of Zeus in it. Reduces maintenance in nearby cities. Oh, this is like another government center. That's pretty cool. We don't actually have to build a courthouse here then. Yeah. I had no idea this. I mean, these were some really good cities that I took here. Right, so we don't have to be building culture in here anymore. We're looking good. We are a little bit war weary already. I guess that's a thing that starts building up at higher difficulties relatively quickly. What should be built here? I suppose a Colosseum. 60 turns versus 120. If I recall correctly, I get double production rate on Colosseums. If we look at our... Yes, creative. One of the bonuses is double production speed of theater and Colosseums. So have the time essentially there. Base production was 200% for Colosseum by creative leader. So building Colosseums in our cities is actually a good thing because it's taking advantage of my leader's traits here. So I wasn't quite aware of that before. I've entered the classical era. After researching upgrade Praetorian. While defending, your archer has killed a barbarian warrior. So the barbarian warrior did attack me. We upgraded to Praetorian 2. What's the difference? Requires Praetorian 1 units enable. 10% city attack. 10%. What? Wait. Okay. Praetorian 1. Praetorian 2. 1, 2. 1. 2. I don't see any difference between these. Oh, it has 10% city attack now. Okay. Could be worse. We need to continue researching that line, though. So upgrade to Praetorian 2, which will actually increase our Praetorian strength by 1. So there'll be 8 instead of 7. It's going to take 34 turns, though, at our current rate. And we want to build a mine on this tile. 1 turn. There we go. Just like that. Now this city is working 3 mines, is stagnant. We're unhappy. Somehow. the Roman temple in 3 turns will take care of that. And we'll also be able to start building some Roman missionaries. Spread our religion to some other cities, build a road there. And by spreading our religion to some other cities, make those cities happy as well. So taking a peek here at this city. That's in France, so to speak. We might actually want to send another Praetorian over to take a look at this city. That's just doing some scouting here. Now, as you can see, with our archer right here, Brennus did not attack us. But we're going to be sending the Praetorians over towards those units anyway. And we're not going to move the archer off the hill until our Praetorian can take that spot. We built an archer in Heroic Epic, so I'm giving that the city defense promotion. We're going to get 2 of those. Very good at that, keep in your cities. And this archer is actually going to be defending that hill tile there. So it'll be something to keep there. Skip this archer's turn. You have another trireme. I think you're going to stay here for a turn just to hold the fort, so to speak. And then we have a couple of things. Okay, these units, all of you units, hey, all you units, move over to this tile. That Praetorian will stay put. Upgrade for 20 gold. I think not. That's probably worth it. Get the galley over here. Load the worker onto the galley. And then move the galley back. It just occurred to me. I had an opportunity to attack Carthage here. 4-5, 4-5, 4-5. Okay, we're going to sacrifice. 50 versus 50. We won! Yes! Those are odds I can get behind. So, we beat both of Hannibal's naval units over here. 1 galley and 1 trireme. We are the supreme naval force in the Mediterranean. And build a road there. Now, technically, I could leave off on the road, but I'm somebody who likes spam roads. So, you're going to have to just pick it up and deal with it. Okay. Praetorian, 3 turns. We're definitely building that next. And that's pretty much it for this episode. That's around about 30 minutes. So we took 2 cities from Carthage, proceeding on to the next one. We should be able to take this one with our current force as well. We defeated 1 stack of Hannibal's naval units, and we took the silver city from Brennus. So we'll be able to start mining silver, which will give us +1 happiness with a mine once it's connected to our main network. And it'll give us another +1 happiness if we have a forge built in any city that's connected to our resource network, such as Delphi, once I have this forge finished building there. So things are looking pretty good overall. So thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.